NIL is changing college sports and not for the good. Imagine being an 18-year-old kid walking into college wearing a $10,000 suit, gold chains, or even pulling up in a luxury car before you even go on the court, field, or green. This is a new reality to college sports, thanks to NIL. If you haven't heard of NIL, it stands for Name, Image, and Likeness. This is a set of policies allowing college athletes to earn money from their identity, which means athletes can now have endorsements, merchandise, and profit from social media content. Although college athletes like the idea of NIL has ruined college sports and not for the good. I think NIL has changed college athletes to be more concerned about their personal branding. They make it difficult for some colleges to compete. Mental and culture is different, and many athletes are being exploited due to not having national standards. Let's start how NIL has changed college sports. Have you ever watched a college football game and noticed they show the athletes walking into the stadium wearing fancy clothes, new jewelry, and driving fancy cars? Years ago, you would have never seen this. But today, you see this because NIL is now paying thousands, even millions of dollars to have players attend their college for their sport. It seems cool to see these athletes driving fancy cars and wearing nice clothes. I feel it ruins the game because athletes seem more concerned about personal branding and fame rather than the sport. Next, we need to talk about how the competitiveness of the game has been affected by NIL. The NIL has created an uneven playing field that allows bigger and wealthier colleges the opportunity to offer more to athletes, which attracts top talent. Smaller colleges are losing top recruits and even losing successful players from last season because they are transferring for better pay. ESPN stated more than 3,400 FBS scholarship players entered the NCAA transfer portal this season to search in better opportunities elsewhere. With athletes transferring in hopes of better NIL deals of where best fits, it makes it harder for teams to build chemistry, loyalty, and create long-term programs. On top of that, college athletes have been growing in mental, emotional effects from NIL. College athletes are under pressure and wanting the best deal, but this can also break them. Forbes.com stated, while lots of people talk about money athletes can make from NIL deals, not many of them are thinking about how stressful it could be for athletes to try these deals and how it affects them personally. Athletes are no longer viewing themselves as an athlete, but they are seeing themselves as a brand. Today, money, branding, and business decisions often take priority over their team and love for the game. Finally, there are many legal and structural issues to NIL because there's no national standards, very little regulations, and the exploitation of athletes. SportsEntrepreneur.com stated, Bloomberg Law reported that college athletes have been hit with a wave of questionable business deals, disputable agents, and outright scams since NIL began. Because there is no national standard to each state has its own laws across the country. And if there are laws, some colleges stretch or even break the laws, creating unfair playing field. Today, I talked about how NIL is changing college athletes' focus more on personal branding and how it's affecting competition. The mental and cultural pressure it puts on athletes and legal problems that come with it. Even though it might seem cool to see young athletes signing $1 million deals, signing endorsements, and even showing off fancy cars, clothes, it's actually a changing college sports in a bad way. If you want college sports to keep their meaning and loyalty, excitement, and teamwork, the NIL system needs to be improved. If it isn't, we might as well lose what college sports so fun and inspiring in the first place.